What is up, everyone? It's your boy Flats and J3 again, back with another Florida Mayhem YouTube video. This time it is going to be the Overwatch Ultimate tier list. We've done a tier list already a year ago, but here we are going to do another one for this current meta. I think it's a different meta, right?
Goes around, comes around, goes around. I'd say so.
Okay, double. I don't know if it's a double shield meta. It's like that. It's like that in comp queue.
It's double shield. It's everybody explodes. It's hog ball, hog sig, chaos.
Whatever you get, I guess.
Kind of just a chaos meta right now, to be honest with you. Except when double shield shows up. Double shield shows up, it's over.
It's so resident sleeper. Okay, let's get this. Where would you think? I think Nano's impactful.
Impactful or game changing impactful?
I don't know about game changing, but I know like in a lot of maps, I know like the Winston. If there's like a Winston, double bubble type of comp, I know the Winston likes to take a lot of damage, and they get Nano in like 30 seconds.
There's nothing else to do on Winston. That's all you can do. You're just an ult farm.
And then you get nanoed, and if the team doesn't, I think if you are a good Winston and your team's good, you jump in, your team cleans up, and it's an easy win. But I think sometimes there's a lot of those people who fail and they kite the Winston and he doesn't do anything. So I don't know. I think it's impactful.
Does that have to do with the Nano though, or the Winston player?
That's probably the Winston player. But I still say I don't think it's game changing.
I'm good to say with impactful. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Almost all the support ults except maybe Valk are going to be at the top of this list. Like,
oh, for sure. I think a lot of the support ults are.
But yeah, it used to be that tank ults were the most important ults in the game. That's no longer the case. It's actually support ults. Support ults is actually what changes the whole game from when, and we'll talk about a lot of those as we go. But now you actually, half of tank now is literally sitting there absorbing damage to then farm and pop your support ults, which I have to say is not my favorite right now, I'm gonna be honest, but that's I think what makes on a and I think it could be even game changing because that's how strong it is. But as an ultimate on its own, I'm okay. I'm good with impactful. I think impactful is very fair.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, Bob. I think Bob is somewhat impactful.
Yeah, I agree. Bob is strong. Bob is definitely strong.
I like playing Bob on a lot of 2CP maps. You throw Bob on point, so they're forced to go to point because if they don't go to point, well, you get a tick.
Especially in those chaos comps, like hog ball, nobody wants to touch.
Especially when they need to touch, and then you have a Bob and you throw Bob on point, and they have to go to point. Bob's just gonna rip it, man.
Can we talk about something really quick? We're gonna talk about it in a minute. Bob's got 1200 HP. Ball can get more than 1000 HP. Why is Primal only 1000 HP? We'll talk about that later, but I just want that. I'm gonna pose the question now.
I mean, Bob stays still, and he
does more damage than Winston. I said
but if he stands still, he could get deleted like quickly. I mean, also Winston players too as well. But yeah, true. So Bastion.
We know where that goes.
Where are you gonna put that?
That's useless tier.
Useless.
Dude, can we make a tier below it called Bastional? I think that's fair.
I mean, if you're down to do that, we can make another one.
Nah, it's fine. I would honestly put this in its own tier below useless. It's just
you're gonna get those people complaining in the comment section like, hey, yo, I'm a Bastion one trick 1700 SR peak. I think
I was 1700 SR Bastion at one point. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Have you never seen my video on Flats 2, my second YouTube channel? If you haven't subscribed already, go hit the bell, subscribe.
Kind of a weird flex.
Just saying, it's this whole story of how I got into Overwatch my first time. My first week playing Overwatch, like seriously, like when I was like picked up the game, was Ironclad Bastion week when he got buffed to like where he was soldier walking around and like in
I just want to let you know that is probably the fastest I've ever seen Blizzard update. They broke Bastion and then in 1 week they reverted it.
I went from silver to diamond in that 1 week. That was my first week of Overwatch because I was still a siege player at the time, so I made the swap during that week. Crazy week, let me tell you. It's like, oh, this hero's great. It's great.
That's actually crazy. That's funny. Rally. Where would you put Rally? Game changing? I
think it goes game changing or impactful at the very, very, very least.
I think it's I think it could be game changing. That Rally, that armor, that's a big difference. Plus it stays there for 30 seconds.
Yeah, let's go game changing. I mean, you can rally in when they engage, you rally right before they engage, you rally. And this is, most people know that I have a little problem with Zen right now. I think Zen's a little too strong. But I don't think it's Zen's fault. Yeah. I think it's Brig's fault, to be honest with you, because Zen's supposed to be like a glass cannon, like high damage, but really, really easy to kill. But Brig just made him a fortress. So we play against these Brigs and comps.
I can't kill either or when I'm playing Tracer going on the back.
Yep, Tracer can't kill him. The Winston can't kill him. Ball can't kill him.
Just Discord stun, boom, you're gone.
You're gone. There's nothing you can do. So who ends up killing him? You have to wait till like a long range DPS, like a hit scan, like a Widow or even Hanzo at like just gets a lucky pick. That's, you know what I mean? You're just basically sitting there AFK. Or you wait till your Zen Brig gets the first pick. We're sitting in a meta where we gotta wait for the supports to get the first kill. Imagine that.
Supports do more damage than a DPS character. That's
true.
Crazy.
We're actually on the same page here.
Yeah, I just don't understand, dude. If you're gonna make a role, at least make the role do that role, not like every single role at the same time.
I agree.
If you're playing a support, you heal. You don't kill. If you're playing a tank, you tank. And if you're playing a DPS, well, you're doing the damage.
Okay with I'm okay with like enough damage to be threatening, not enough to like make me want to uninstall, you know, like pick one, like, yeah, it doesn't die since about 3 minutes. And I've learned recently, playing a little bit of DPS on my other account, playing Widow and stuff, you know, which Widow isn't like that good right now, but like it's okay. All of a sudden you peek an angle and 4 orbs fly by your head and you fell over. And it's like, oh, I just feel like playing tank all over again.
You basically get sniped and they have no fall off damage.
No fall off damage. It's wild. It's wild.
I saw you playing DPS and I saw you do a high noon. Speaking about that, we'll get to that.
Hey, you know what? I won this that round. That's all I can say. I might not win that game, but I won this that round.
Yeah, all I can say for Rally is at least Rally now disappears after 30 seconds.
Yep,
definitely. That was
a scary days.
Those were scary days. Okay, for Doomel, I'm gonna be honest with you. For all the Doom players out there and our boy Samito, I feel like he always says it's useless. I think D.Va Bomb and D.Va, like her ultimate, like when she gets her mech back, is just a stronger Doomel. She gets 2 ults.
Yep, Doom ult is terrible.
I think it's useless.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though I hate Doom mains, and I think their ult is useless.
You know what it's used for now? It's for use for staying in the air because you get the 100% increase on your cooldowns or decrease on your cooldowns, so that it charges you know 2 times as fast, so you get your cooldowns back up, so you can basically ult, wait in the sky a few seconds, get your cooldowns back, and then go back in. That's a terrible ultimate.
Or like or bounce out, get healed, and go back in. Yeah,
even then,
I agree.
It's still a terrible ult. You're not doing anything with it. It's basically just an escape ult. Characters in the game have an escape ability.
True. Since you play with Emong a lot, I'll let you decide where D.Va Bomb goes.
Yo, listen, dude. I spectated some bronzes today, dude. I've seen more shit with this D.Va Bomb than I don't understand it anymore. After watching Metal Rank bombs, dude, someone dies every single time without fail. And in high rank, D.Va Bomb is so smartly used. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to use bomb to stall, it's kind of useless. It's just like a remech, which is already kind of like a good thing. It's basically just a better primal. But if you can catch a team in rotation or catch a team on engage or falling back with D.Va Bomb, I think it's impactful. I think it's very much an impactful ult.
Oh, for sure. So you think it's on par with Nano?
Maybe not with its ability to enable, but maybe it's just its overall ability. Like, one, it gives D.Va a second like life, pretty much. Where obviously the baby D.Va has to survive, but you know, would you even count the crush as part of bomb? Because like you get the remake kill too.
It's still her ult.
Yeah, like you get so many tools in that now. It's better. It's basically a Doom ult and a Primal put together with an explosion. You know what? I'm gonna say that's impactful.
Yeah, I agree. I actually, on my Reddit that I have, the subreddit for my community, they actually had a 6K D.Va remake.
Really? Oh, I was actually in your stream. I saw that. That was sick.
It was also a, you know, grab, but still, I mean, that's crazy. I think. Well, how much damage does it do? Like 600?
No, it does 200. No, I think it does 250 now, right? Or
250?
It's either 200 or 250 now. It used to do 400 during the April Fool's patch.
Okay, so I can still one shot a lot of characters. Okay. Okay, now Echo ult. I think Echo ult is just impactful.
I mean,
I don't know if game changing. It could be. It's like a sliver away from game changing.
It was really game changing until they changed the way D.Va worked.
Yeah.
Because remember there was like 6 bombs going off a fight. It was ridiculous. That was. So those don't know, they changed actually the way D.Va ult charge works. So D.Va used to be able to start building ult charge once she fired bomb. But it didn't matter because you would never build up enough ult charge between bomb and the explosion. You would just get your mech back anyways. But Echo has an increased ultimate charge rate when she's ulting. So what would happen was Echo would bomb, Baby D.Va would pop out, she'd fire 3 or 4 shots, hit those 3 or 4 shots,
mech again.
Get a remech immediately, pop back into mech,
continuous,
while the bomb is still exploding, and start building up another bomb while the first one's going off, and could pop a second one right after the first one. So you'd have Echo D.Va ult, then the real D.Va would ult, then Echo D.Va would ult again, and you would have that on both sides. It was genuinely just World War III. That's what we should have called that meta, honestly. That was ridiculous.
That was interesting. I just think I think Echo ult's just like, it's really impactful because, you know, there's so many Echoes I get to 1 HP and then, hey, look at me. I pop my ult full HP and then I used all my cooldowns. I have nothing to do. They kill me. And
then when they get out of it, they get half HP and all their cooldowns back again. So it's like.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yep.
Anyways.
I'm good.
Dragonblade. Oh, yeah, impactful.
This used to be impactful or game changing with Nano, but it's not anymore, I don't think.
I see there's a lot of Genji players out there, and I don't see them a lot, but they do still play Genji, and I mean
Blade's worse with it since that patch came out that made it so it's like slightly less damage, so they can't one shot anymore.
I think it's impactful or semi-impactful though.
Oh, definitely I could say semi-impactful, but I wouldn't say it was the old Dragonblade where Nano Blade was just about a guaranteed kill. Especially
since we're doing it, I guess, in this, you know, current season 30, 31, about to be meta right now.
Would you actually, you say someone impactful, would you say situational actually? Like where is Blade good right now?
Yeah, I would say situational because I don't see a lot of Blades popping off now because I think if once they get Nano, they could pop off. But a lot of the Blades now, if you don't have Nano, you're kind of, I don't see a lot of Genji players.
The Nano's way better on your Winston if you're playing that comp anyways.
For sure.
So I like situational, I think it's fair.
Situational is good. Now Dragon.
I'll leave this one to you.
Oh man, my dragons are always game changing. So I think it's somewhat impactful. Because I mean, if my team's running a Zarya on like King's Row or any map like that, and if you have a Zarya, you just have a free combo, but immortality
field exists.
Yeah. Yep. So and then a lot of people are also running Zens with that immortality field. So I could probably go with somewhat impactful. And if you don't have a grab, well, you just got to shoot them, and zone players and hope for the best.
I'm good with that. I agree with that. Plus, Dragon's pretty good in like cutting people off. You know what I mean? Cutting off team fights and stuff like that. So definitely impactful.
For sure. Riptire. Oh man.
I gotta say,
600 damage in a huge radius.
Tire's not as strong as it used to be though, since they changed the drop tire thing.
Oh, true. They did change the. I'm so glad that was actually a change too, because there's so many buggy spots. There's one spot Temple of Anubis. That choke, that second choke.
Yep.
And there was also one on Hollywood. When you cap second, it would be on the lights.
Yep.
Oh man.
So those don't know.
And there was another spot on King's Row.
What was the King's Row spot? I don't remember that one.
King's Row, right? After you cap second, before that first bend to where Horseshoe is, right above the Mega. There was that little guardrail you could be right above.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I go there as Widow and whatnot.
That's funny. Broken. True. What I was going to say before, though, is if you didn't know, so Junkrat used to be able to pop his tire on a ledge. And when he would rip the tire would be invisible, and it would spawn on the ground. But as a player, you wouldn't see it fall. You would just see it appear. So you could just spawn it and blow people up.
And blow it up. And no reaction.
There was no reaction to it. There was no counterplay. It didn't exist. So it got patched out. And that actually reduced Junkrat's power by quite a bit because you could catch teams by surprise so easily. So what would you say this is?
I mean, still, it could shut down a lot of ults. Even if you Nano Blade, Genji dies to a tire. Plus the radius is huge. So I mean, it could change fights. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I say somewhat impactful. Even though it is a huge ult and it does shut down other ults like Nano Blade and whatnot, it still has 100 HP and it could die easily.
I can see comments screaming because people were yelling at me today about Junkrat tire being so strong and low elo.
I mean, it's low elo as well. No offense. But
I know.
Just shoot it, lol, forehead.
I'm just predicting the comments. That's all I'm doing.
Just shoot it, lol.
Just shoot it, lol,
just
dude.
Dodge it.
Just dodge it. It might be a little tougher, but just shoot it, dude. Just hit it. Just hit it with a fire strike. True. It's not hard.
I mean, I don't know about that one.
I do it all the time, so I mean, I don't know. It's just me.
Weird flex. Lucio beat. You said a lot of the support roles are going to be game changing. Yeah,
but this is even this one. Even this one's still good, but the reason I'm laughing is compared to other ones, it's just terrible. you know?
I remember when dude, back to my OGs, whoever is like an OG Overwatch player, man. I remember when Lucios used to skate on top of the map, and I don't know if you were in
days.
it.
No, I remember those days.
If you were just in his LOS, you just get healed or speed boost, and oh man.
You could ride around the top of Route 66, no problem.
Yeah, and everyone would be getting healed, and you can't, you know, unless you have a Widow or someone that shoot him, he's
There's
just
no
gonna be
big like
riding
hits
up
can't
there.
fall off at that point though, so you could have probably dealt with
Yeah,
them, but
true.
like it was a different time. It was a way different time of the game.
True. Those were the days, man. I miss that. So you would say high impactful?
I would say high impact. I would say it's at least somewhat impactful. At least somewhat impactful.
Somewhat impactful.
I mean, like at the very, very least. Like even at its worst, you know, like beating in and getting aggressive is still very like valuable. But like, I guess I should look at it more subjectively as the ult as a whole. So yeah, impactful is a good way. I'm thinking, I just think of the other support ults and just think of how much better they are. And I'm like, oh, well, those ones are better, but
You think Beat's better than Coalescence?
depends. I'd say they're even.
Okay, we'll get to that soon, I guess.
I think they're even.
Deadeye.
What do you want to do? Someone or impactful? Which one do you want to do?
I'll be with impactful.
Let's go impactful. Okay.
Impactful's good with me. Deadeye. Oh man.
Is
I think
this new buff
situational.
to Deadeye or the current one?
I don't think it's out yet, so I'm gonna say current. I think it's situational.
Agreed, but
Nine-
put a little asterisk for that new one. That new one could be
The
busted.
new one is actually really insane. It goes by fast. But right now, situational, 9 times out of 10, people are going to be like, what are you saving? Dude, a lot of the times I get this. I don't know about if you get it when you're playing on DPS. Bro, are you saving your high noon for Overwatch 2? Like, what do you want me to do? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to right-click, roll, right-click high noon, right-click a tank with it.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I don't get that too often because they just assume I'm dumb. And they're like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to play DPS.
And people expect like a high noon, if a high noon gets a 1K, that 1K should be enough to turn the fight. It should be 5v6.
True.
You should be able to, but like you're not gonna get like every high noon a 6K. Like it's not gonna go like that.
Everyone's used to the flank high noon 6K Reddit clip. I'm like, oh, that's how you're supposed to use it. No, that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, let me just do that off cooldown like 24 times a match.
Yeah, rank 1 incoming.
They're not gonna learn.
Yeah, of course not.
So situational, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Male. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see a lot of Meis. Only those weird people who wanna, who need SR.
No, agreed. But that's the thing though, is like Mei's still strong, but people don't want to play her. You know what I mean? Like
Her freeze is still a freeze. It's not Overwatch 2 freeze where you can't freeze, like she can't freeze as a mouse 1. She like this is still a good Mei. Mei's a good character. Her ult's really good. But I think it depends on the map.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the map. I think that's the problem though, is it's situational, but it's game changing or very impactful in those situations.
Yeah,
so maybe we split the difference.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still gonna say it's situational. I think male is huge if it's like an overtime situation. You need the team to lose once on the cart, so you play Mei, you get your ult, throw it on a cart, and try to win like that.
Bob is more impactful than Mei.
Yes.
Yeah, you're crazy. You know what? Honestly, dude, I've already been nervous about you today. You know,
Bob could go to point on 2 CP. If your team needs to touch on like 2 CP, throw Bob. Bob's there. He's killing everything. I'm like, what are you gonna do at Mei? Throw your ult on the ground and like
Mei literally locks up an entire team, similar to a grab, but instead of locking them in one place, it locks them in position in a radius.
That's if you hit them. And with the Mei, if you hit them with the mail, then they'll be frozen. Yeah, but like if you throw down a mail and then if they don't freeze, they can literally get out of it. With Grav, at least, if you shoot it at them, they're gonna get stuck in it.
I mean, the only comps that have like a full team of people that are gonna get out of it is like dive, or if you catch double shield and the Sigma's not in it, and like the Arista can fortify and walk away. Otherwise, you're catching almost everybody. You'll catch rush. You'll catch most of double shield.
So what? You wanna put it in someone impactful? I can agree with that, but I don't think
I wouldn't go any higher than someone impactful. I would say someone impactful is where I would put it, because just because we don't see it that often right now, I don't think it means that the ultimate's not strong. It's just people don't want to play Mech,
which is fine with me. But
yeah,
I can agree with that. I think it's a strong ult, like I said, like overtime situations, whatnot, like small maps, King's Row, wall off someone, throw a mail. I think that's huge. But on the flip side, I think Bob's also really good for what Mei can't do. So it's like the 2 CP maps and whatnot. Even though you can't play Mei.
I was getting worried that you weren't going to be rational today. We've already had bad enough takes out of you already.
Okay, first of all, off script on everything, I think eating butter without bread, it tastes really good.
Yeah, this is why you got ratioed on that one. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't understand. Bro, if I get a nice piece of bread and I eat it without butter, delicious. I don't even like butter on my bread.
So you're the dude who goes to Texas Roadhouse. You get the nice, beautiful rolls, and you just pick one up and pop it in your mouth. You don't cut it open and put some butter on it. Like, come on, bro.
No, I actually don't. I just don't like butter.
Your waiter or waitress is gonna look at you and just go, "What is wrong with this guy? I have a literal psycho." I just don't like
butter on bread, bro. Like a nice rye piece of bread. You don't like. Delicious.
What do you do with toast?
I actually really don't like toast. I like bagels though. A little bit, you put them in the toaster and cream cheese. Anyways,
if you haven't already, go subscribe to the Florida Mayhem YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell. Click that button. Subscribe. Hit them all. Anyways, also hardcore ratio.
No, the Mercy ult, right?
Where am I? Oh wait, what tab was this in? Oh, here we go. Anyway,
show the ratio.
Huh?
Are you showing the ratio? Bro,
no.
Listen.
No.
I don't understand why people don't like my food takes. Like they know I'm right. They just don't want to follow. Everyone wants to follow the crowd.
Sure, that's what it is.
Everyone wants to follow the crowd, bro.
Sure, man. No, yeah. Everyone just likes their bread without butter.
Butter's just disgusting.
It gets worse.
Mercy ult. Where would you put Mercy ult?
Okay, now that's one of the more worse ults, but it's still not that bad.
Dude, I'm so glad it isn't the res ult res situation or the 5-man res. You remember when Mercy was broken? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I think she's her ult. I'm not looking at her kit. Her ult. Her what's her ult? Healing everyone and damage boosting.
And like good mobility too, in the Valk flying around.
Yeah. What would you? I say
somewhat.
Somewhat impactful.
I think
I do like the AOE healing that it does give, and if everyone's
the AOE damage boost is.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, that's good.
And like you have the occasional Mercy just goes and like frags the Widow really quick because the Widow's not ready. You know what I mean? That's kind of annoying.
Shout out to those Mercies who pistol, get 5Ks, 4Ks.
Also, with the new Guardian Angel changes, I don't know if you've seen like some of like those like really good Mercy players, dude. You can't hit them anymore. It's not possible. They're doing like acrobatic.
That's where that situational high noon comes in.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding. Honestly.
Finally, high noon's good.
Yeah.
So Coalescence. I think Coalescence is somewhat impactful. I don't think it's one of the better support ultimates.
Okay, that's a hard one to answer because in your question before about which one's better, Beat or Cole, you get 2 or 3 of them by the time you get Beat. So like
true, that is true. You get a lot more. It's
so useful because of how often you get it. Now that's why you saw in Overwatch League, like in the beginning of the year, you saw like this Winston D.Va rush with like Cole with Moira. They had Cole up in like I think Violet at one point had Cole with a shock in like 20 seconds. It was wild. Like from the start of the team fight, it was insane. And so basically it was just a Kamehameha fight. And the reason that's so useful is you can play so stacked that everybody's on the same train. And if you're playing Brawl v Brawl or like some kind of brawly comp, you're healing your 5 teammates and damaging the enemy 6. Like the amount of impact that brings is insane.
Especially if you throw like one of those heal orbs or damage orbs.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, she has great survivability too, like with her fade and stuff like that. So like, she'll typically build that ult pretty well. The problem is she doesn't do anything else. So unless you're running that specific comp, Cole isn't really that useful. So I'll agree with you. I'll say somewhat impactful as the ultimate itself, but as an overall, because of how fast she builds it in those comps, I would say it's way more impactful than that. But just Cole itself, I'm okay with someone impactful.
Sounds good. Now Bongo, I think Bongo's one of the good ultimates right now.
Oh no, it's good. It's very good. I just have this really bad like thing I do.
Throw it down in the open.
Well, maybe kinda. I used to watch XQC a lot back in the day to figure like when he actually like played the game seriously. When I was first learning Overwatch, and I noticed that there was something he'd do on Orisa. This is maybe why he wasn't a good Orisa. Maybe I shouldn't have picked this up. But whenever he was in trouble and his like health was getting low and he was getting close to death, he'd drop his bongo and run away. Like, and without fail, try it in your game. People will go and shoot the bongo instead of shooting you, and you'll get away almost every time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In my games, and I always complain about why people don't do this. If an enemy team drops a bongo, and sure, my team's winning the fight, they're gonna push and try to kill the enemies instead of killing that bongo, which is right in the open, and the enemies are still getting the damage amplification. So like my teammates are rushing in and they're dying, and I'm over here. They're complaining at me why they're dying, and I'm like, bro, I'm shooting the reason why you're getting 2 times the damage into you. Like,
oh yeah, no, bongo's a great ult. Bongo's a great ult. I use it in very weird ways. So I would say it's impactful. I don't know if I'd say it's
for sure
game changing. I'd definitely say it's impactful.
For sure. I could agree with that. Barrage.
Tough one, honestly.
I think I'm gonna be honest, I don't really play Pharah, but the times I do see Pharah, they get deleted as soon as they hit Barrage, or they
always get a kill or two, but they'll die.
Yeah, so I think it's situational, especially with if you're playing on those maps like King's Row. Let's say you just cat first.
Yep.
That teams and you're on defense and they're pushing through that first choke and you're hovering right above there, and then like you fall down on them. I think that's really awesome.
Yep.
You have the surprise factor, and especially if you get nanoed, you're killing a lot of people. But like, I think it's easy to kill a Pharah, and also as well, it's easy to CC her.
Yep, 100%. Agreed. Across the board. And you Winston blocks the bubble on the way in. D.Va DMs it. There's so much stuff you can do against that.
Yeah, I think that's situational.
Yep.
My opinion.
Agreed.
But now Reaper Blossom. I mean, Reaper Blossom, you can flash as well, stun.
I haven't seen a good Blossom other than like I actually saw a couple today on my like Masters DPS account, but other than that, like I don't really see them like in high elo almost ever. I would say situational.
Yeah, besides those Reaper one tricks that I see, I don't really see.
They do more damage than their ults though. Their ults are like solo ults half the time.
True, but at least if you get that ult, it's good. But it's situational, of course.
Yeah, situational, definitely.
Okay, Reinhardt, God, you're up.
This is such a tough one nowadays, honestly.
I mean, you're answering this wherever you want to put this. I'm not arguing. I mean, my Reinhardt is clean, so
yeah. We'll go with that. Okay, real talk. This ult's kind of useless, but it's also not useless at the same time. Like it's such a skill thing to hit that when you do hit it, you should secure the kill. That's why I think 3-second shatter. So for those who don't know, shatter used to be 3 seconds, and then about a year ago, they nerfed it to 2.5, and that was when you stopped seeing Ryan's like clutch plays with shatters, because it doesn't have enough time to finish the combos to kill people. The timer's too short. You need to have a good amount of follow-up to really do anything with it. Which I think brought a lot of counterplay, but at the same time, it relies way too heavily on follow-up, which almost any other tank ultimate doesn't require that other than Graviton, which is built to be a combo ult. So it's kind of weird. Shatter's not a combo ult. So I would say it's somewhat impactful. I would say that, you know, if you do get a big slam and your team is ready to capitalize on it, sure. But it's not one of those ultimates that you can genuinely outplay the enemy with on your own and win. Like if you genuinely outplay the enemy and you're like don't have the correct follow-up, don't have the correct positioning, don't have, and this is the most pet peeve one for me, if they're too far. So there's like the way it travels is Shatter travels in waves, and around the 3rd or 4th wave and you still hit, you actually will get nowhere close to killing them. If you walk towards them, swing, fire strike, etc., you'll get nowhere close to killing them by the time they stand up and get out. So like, they will escape you almost every time. And that's just, it just doesn't feel good. So I would definitely say somewhat impactful. Can be good, can be very good. Not nearly as strong as it used to be. Definitely an underpowered tank ult.
3-second chat. I don't even play Ryan, but I think it should be 3 seconds. They ruined Ryan with that.
We're gonna bring it back. Mark my words. Coming back. I swear. Somehow.
That's fine. I think they should bring it back. I'm not even a tank player. I feel sorry for tank mains. Now Roadhog ult.
That's a hard one.
I mean, it's good to push people back. That's what it is meant for now. Back then, you could shred people in front of you. I mean, you still could shred people in front of you, like ult someone in a corner, but mostly like you're pushing people back, or like pushing an ult back. Nano Blade comes out. Yeah, at least you can push it back. So
yeah,
I could put it. I could see it putting in situational, or even at least maybe even somewhat impactful. But you could push people off the map as well, certain maps.
I would actually,
but I think it's situational.
Let's go situational. Yeah, I actually think Hoggle it's kind of like a disrespect ult. Like I swear, whenever I get Hog, it's a solo ult, and they're trying to send me a message. I'm looking at you,
yeah, for sure.
Like
for sure.
every time. You do it to me too when you play Hog.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love off tanks. Off tanks are by far some of the most fun characters to play. Sad that, you know, I mean, 5v5, you're not gonna have an off tank. You're just gonna have tank.
All right,
now Grav, I think Grav is very high impact or even game changing.
I think you got to throw it in the game changing category.
Oh, okay, that sounds good, because I think Grav, even if you get like, if they Nano Blade, you catch a Nano Blade, or like even anything, they Nano Reinhardt, you catch it into Grav, or even if you get a fat Grav, that's huge.
Grav always, remember Grav Dragon meta? There was literally a meta that was designed that no matter what would happen, if they built the Graviton Surge and the Dragon, I guess technically Spirit Dragons, Hanzo Dragons, you lost the fight. You just instantly lost.
Well, I mean,
there was nothing to do.
Trank as well, but if you didn't swing into it, then you lost. Yeah.
No, in that old one, you could damage boost with Mercy.
Oh yeah, you could damage boost.
It was impossible.
Yeah,
you genuinely could not counter it. It was when they changed that Dragon could no longer be boosted by Mercy anymore because, and then people started nano boosting him, and then they had to change that too because it was broken. I think they actually reverted that later on once people like realized that died off.
Was that a thing?
At one point they nerfed it. At one point you couldn't damage boost.
Nano Dragon was a thing.
At one point it was, or at one point it wasn't. No, at one point it wasn't. I don't know if it is still not or it is now.
I don't remember that being a thing.
Why? At one point it was a thing, or at one point it wasn't a thing?
It was a thing. I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely a thing. It was 100% damage boostable with Nano.
Oh no, damage boostable. Oh, okay.
With Nano,
I didn't know with Nano. Okay.
It actually sounded slightly different. It sounded like more aggressive, the Dragon.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was. At least that's how I remember it. Maybe I'm wrong, but.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. I just don't remember. Also, I'm getting really old, so.
Yeah, that's true. You're getting up there.
I mean, 27, man. Jesus.
Wow. You know, at least you're not Emong old. You know, Emong, you could ask him about how the meteor hit the Earth and the dinosaurs got wiped out. He knows the story.
He remembers it like it was yesterday. Jeez.
Yeah, he told me it was a wild time.
Poor guy. But I think he's the oldest Overwatch streamer.
I think so. I think he's what, 31? So definitely.
31, yeah. Sheesh. Symmetro. I see Symmetro on a few maps.
I think the ultimate though, that wall is so impactful.
Yeah. I mean, Roadhog, if a lot of people didn't know, if you start a Roadhog next to like, and you're shooting the shield, like you're right in front of it, it does destroy the ult.
It really?
Yeah. I think Roadhog ult does like 5,000 damage, and then the shield has like 4,000. So
I think it's 3,000 now.
But so yeah, no, I think it's 3,000.
You said 5, and then they nerfed it. So maybe it's 3.
I have no idea off the top of my head, but I do know Roadhog. If you do have your ult and you're saved, and you know the Symmetra has an ult, she does it, you can destroy it. I know that for sure.
Good to know. Hog tip 101 provided by Jay.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
I think it's somewhat impactful, especially a lot of those maps where you TP to point with Symmetra, like, you know, those Koth maps, and then you do get your ult for the next fight, and because she does get it pretty quick, and especially if double shield, your beam is going to be level 3. Especially like Hanamura, you take first fight, you teleport the point, get your ult, you go to second point, you snowball basically with your wall, boom, easy.
Yeah, so I'm okay with someone impactful. I think it's a little more impactful than somewhat impactful, but I'm okay with someone impactful. I'm okay with it.
Good. Sounds good. Now, what do you think Visor?
Now, this is just borderline useless, isn't it?
I think it's useless.
You know what's funny?
What?
I've played a hacker before who uses Visor on cooldown, and I thought it was so funny because he was hitting headshots when he's cheating. He's hitting headshots, and then he'd pop Visor, and all of a sudden he's hitting body shots. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh,
like,
that's
like why would you do that? You know? But yeah, this ult sucks. This ult's awful.
Yeah, terrible. I'm putting it useless. Now, EMP game changer.
Absolutely game changer.
That we don't even need to go into detail about
nothing
that.
To even say
taking away the abilities and away from the enemy team, and they can't use their ultimates.
Especially if it's surprise EMP. I got surprised a couple days ago. I thought they built an EMP. So we was Hanamura. We were attacking Hanamura. We took it first fight, and I'm talking about like steamrolled them. I didn't get farmed almost at all. I was like, oh, we're good. Roll into second, nano me in, we win. And it was we had one fight to take second. And I literally walked up, held W into their backline, got nanoed, and they got EMP'd, slept, and just booped off the high ground. I was like, well, that was useful. But like, I didn't realize that the guy built a whole EMP in like 35 seconds, you know? So we all walked in, got caught off guard, and got just sent to the Shadow Realm. So just
That's
on EMP
funny.
alone. So that ultimate is so strong, honestly. And even Overwatch 2, it looks scary.
For sure, that does look pretty interesting. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure this is Molten Core.
Yeah, I think this is Torbolt. Yeah.
Oh, I think somewhat impactful. I think Torbolts are actually really good.
I think
Zoning
it's
the space.
honestly even more. I think it's actually pretty impactful, but
You think it's really impactful?
I don't know. Like, I guess somewhat makes more sense.
Because if you don't put it in good areas, they could just like run around.
Yeah,
you.
it's not like one of those ults that you just lead off, but like, oh man, like, especially like a 2CP, you know what I mean? And you push hard.
You put it all
and
over point, yeah.
Their Torb just shoots it over you, and all of a sudden you're stuck. You can't move anymore. You're like, oh god.
I love playing Torb on a lot of like first point maps.
I played some Torb today.
He's so fun to play. I love him.
He is a lot of fun today. I was actually dominating.
Plus, don't forget, you will get your Torbolt a lot faster. I know we're talking about the ult, not the character himself, but he is going to be able to, shoot more right clicks and use his overload a little bit more.
Storm was already strong. He's getting buffed again. But hey, I don't get to make those decisions.
He's gonna be a good character. I love Torb.
I like Torb too. Not fighting him.
I love meleeing people. That's fun.
Of course you do.
The squeaky toy. Tracer
Hammer
Pulse Bomb.
size
Now, Pulse Bomb is fun because I land 9 times out of 10 all my Pulse Bombs. But
you mean miss 9 times out of 10?
I've never missed a Pulse Bomb in my life.
I think you've heard you got out. It's called out. I got 2 by killing yourself with a Pulse Bomb more times than I can count.
I have. Let me see my whiff counter in my chat. I've only missed 9,674 Pulse Bombs, which is, I don't think, a lot.
9,400.
Oh, 9,674.
9,674.
I don't think it's a lot. What? Hello? Considering I've been playing this game for 5 years and 10,500 hours, I think 9,000 Pulse Bombs is not that bad.
I mean, who has that command exist? This is the beginning. That doesn't count scrims because you use the scrim a lot.
No, it doesn't count scrims. Obviously, no one's watching the
exactly.
Scrims,
So that number is much higher.
Listen, if I missed the 9,600 Pulse Bomb, I landed about 50,000.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm being honest.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
So where would you put this? I think it's impactful. If you landed on a Brig,
absolutely impactful.
It's massive. Or landed on a soldier, or even if you just landed on anyone, even a Winston diving in, you take out a lot of his health, almost half his health.
By the way, I think we made a mistake.
Impactful. What?
Look at the list. Do you see at the bottom next to Trank? Isn't that Grav?
Then what's that? What could that be?
What is that?
That's Grav. Then what's that? What is that?
I don't know.
Bro, we play this game every day. I don't even, what is that? That's not a DPS ult. Overwatch Ultimate.
What is that? I don't know.
I'm gonna look at this. Oh, that's Gravitic Flux.
Oh my god, it's Flux. Okay. Oh my god.
I'm putting the Grav up there, and I'm taking the Flux, and we can change the Flux right now. What do we do with
Pulse Bomb? What do we put Pulse Bomb?
I put Pulse Bomb in Impactful.
Okay.
Gravitic Flux goes...
Flux we gotta talk about, because today I was doing a thing where we talked about buffing and nerfing and balance patch stuff, and I had some dude get very, very angry with me that I said that Flux is strong.
I think Flux is strong.
And so Flux is one of the worst ultimates in the game, because in low ranks you can't shoot the people that are in the air, so they always survive. But they're literally it's literally an AoE grab what does 50% of their health. Am I crazy on this one or what?
I was gonna get to you about that. If I am, let's say I'm Soldier 76. I have 200 HP. Did you know the Gravitic Flux lifts you for 50? So my HP goes from 200 to 50, and then it slams you for half of your full health. So half of full would be 100 because you're full at 200. So it's actually doing 150 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, so you hit him with a left click in midair as Sig, that's 1. If anybody else shoots anybody, that's 2, 3, 4. It's literally flying Grav.
It's actually a really strong ultimate, but you can get CC'd out of it, and I've seen a lot of people get CC'd out of it, but it is really strong. I don't know how someone can say it's not strong. We'll see what the comment section says, but I think it's very, what would you say? Impactful? Oh, also you can C9 with it.
I think it's one of the few game changers. I think more. You look at this list, right? What wins fights more? more often in our rank. I would say Bongo, Nano, and Bomb are the top 3. Then Pulse, then Echo, then Beat. But if you put Flux in there, which one would it be? I think Flux is number 1. I think Flux is stronger than Bongo.
I think if you're running Sigma against a dive, you're not going to get a lot of people.
If you're running Sigma against dive, your name is Emo. Like, other than that, you're probably not.
But if you're playing Sigma on like King's Row, that's going to be huge.
I mean, even against dive, you're still going to get 1 or 2 kills with it almost every time. Whoever you flux, you will kill unless you get CC'd.
True.
That's why I think that's why I think it's game changing.
Since you're the tank player, I'll put it in game changing. I can see. I mean, I'm seeing
I'm doing
like
this
as a whole
to prove a point at this point.
It does a lot of damage. I mean, you know what? Yeah, it's game changing. Forget about that other person that said it was useless.
Yeah.
Widow ult. I mean, the ability to see people through walls, I think, is strong, and giving it to your teammates as well is, I think, is strong. So I think it's somewhat impactful in my opinion.
Somewhat impactful. Interesting. A lot of people think it's underpowered, but I agree. I'm actually in agreement with you. That's why I think that EMP and Sombra hack in Overwatch 2 is a little too strong. Because that 8 seconds of wall hacks, like in an FPS game, wall hacks it's literally cheating. Like there's a reason why it's a cheat. You know what I mean? Like
for sure, and especially Sombra, she can hack every few seconds now, and you're gonna be able to get 2 or 3 people, and they can see through walls for 8 seconds. I think it's like it's almost as good as a Widow ult, but it's an ability.
So I agree with you. Somewhat impactful is a very good spot.
Yeah, especially 15 seconds. I think it's good. Winston.
Dude, I'm about to just prove a point and put it in useless, dude. I really am.
I think it's situational. I've seen you can boot people off the map,
dude,
but
Visor is the same tier at this point. When the last time I got a primal kill was that wasn't a boop off the map? It has been weeks.
The last time I saw Winston in my comp game, a primal jumped into my team, discorded, stunned with right click. Stunned with McCree, discorded. I think I said discorded already. So he got stunned with McCree, right clicked, and then 5 orbed, and then stunned with Brig, and he was just gone. 1,000 HP fed easy clap for I jumped situational high noon.
I actually got nanoed primal the other day where I jumped in, the Anna panicked and nanoed me like as I popped primal, and I got a full primal pretty much with nano, and I barely got out of like 200 HP. Didn't kill anything, but I was like, you know what? That's the first time I felt like I actually used primal in like 2 years. Like, you know what I mean? I went in, slapped him around a little bit, got close to maybe getting a kill, realized this is not going to work, and got out. Instead of, I went to make a play, and just poof, and just got sent to the Shadow Realm. Like, I want to like make a point and put it in useless. I really do. I'm not going to lie, but like, look at it. Like, I think Whole Hog is stronger than Primal. I do. I believe that with my soul.
I think so too. If a Winston jumps at me, to be honest, and I have my Whole Hog, you're deleted.
I'm putting it in useless. I'm standing. That's the one thing I'm gonna stand my ground on. Here we go. That's my stand. Is useless primal.
Hammond Mines.
Depends on who uses them. If I use them, then it's useless. But other people, it's like at least somewhat.
I can put it in somewhat impactful. The mines last for a very long time, in my opinion, 15 seconds, and they do what, 120 damage?
Yeah, they're scary.
Yeah, but I mean, you could break them and whatnot, but still, it is pretty scary. And then Transcendence, I would say, is game changing.
Absolutely, you know that.
That looks like a good list.
I think it's a very fair list. I know some people might question like Visor or Primal. They might question like I don't know, Beat being a little too hot or something like that. But overall, though, I think this feels, whether it's true, like completely agree or not, as a player, this definitely feels like it's the absolute truth.
This feels good, and I could smile at this and be confident. But then again, our opinions, all the people have different opinions. Some people, I'm pretty sure, are gonna go and be like, "Yo, what are you idiots doing?"
People got mad at us for letting Mei too low last time. I don't know if you caught that.
Really?
Mei's only like, I don't know, we put like D or C. It was like, oh, are you crazy?
I
don't know why they were old, but
it's the one of 5,000 Mei players out there.
Yeah, honestly.
The one trick Mei, but you know what? I could be happy with this.
I like this. I think this is fair. I think one buff primal. It's too weak, and yeah, Visor just has been terrible for 5 years. Bastion's been terrible for 5 years. Doomfist Doomfist got
broken character, but useless ult.
Yeah, Doomfist got, at least he's maybe get reworked in Overwatch 2, because I don't see a Doomfist come back in Overwatch 1. I think that hero is dead.
And then Bastion, well, I'd rather just never use his ult and just stay in turret form.
Yeah, honestly, use it to just jump to high ground one time and that's it.
Basically, I think this is good. Okay, if
Yep.
you guys have a different opinion, let us know in the comment section, as well as liking and subscribing on this channel for more Flats and J3 YouTube videos. We appreciate you guys watching them. Let us know, like I said, in the comment section. Also, before we go, I just want to let you guys know, go Saints. The Saints beat the Buccaneers. Absolutely PogChamp. You know, Brady, unlucky dude. Go Saints. Sorry, I had to say that.
No, go Bucks.
No.
No.
Forget about the Bucks, bro. That guy needs to retire already. He has everything.
42. He has found the fountain of youth.
Hey, 42, bro. This man needs to retire. He has kids. He has a
So you gotta retire if you have kids?
Yeah, he has a wife. He's 42.
You gotta retire if you have a wife?
Bro, he's been playing a very stressful game where you're getting hit by other huge, large
and he's getting better every year.
Bro, be like the Saints' old quarterback. Be like God, why am I
even know
blanking
who
on
that
his name?
is?
Be like Drew Brees.
Oh,
And
there
just
you go.
retire, bro. You have enough money. Just retire, bro. You have the rings. You have everything behind the rings. You have all the what is it called? What's that word I'm looking for?
Listen, when you're the GOAT, you retire when you want to, not when other people want you to.
Just get off. Get off.
No.
That's all I have to say. But thank you guys. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you did, let us know what you think. Like and subscribe. Also check out Flats on twitch.tv/Flats, as well on his YouTube channels and his Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as me on twitch.tv/J3 on my socials as well. Appreciate it. Any closing statements? Also about Overwatch 2, did you guys know? Yeah, I'm just gonna stop recording right there. Leave him off. Leave him off on that.
Stop recording too.
I'm just gonna leave him with that.
Oh.